south side of Chicago and right field. We bring you Friday baseball on the show. It's the Toronto Blue Jays going up against the Chicago White Sox. Festivities are wrapping up. This place is rocking. The home opener is coming up next. Starting on the mound in this one, Grant Taylor. What do you got on him, Chris?
They're going to start this one with the opener because of the matchups. Very favorable. I think we're going to see him empty the tank with really good fastball velocity to try to retire these first three hitters.
Ready to go now, and the batter is George Springer.
Toronto, the right fielder, number 4, George.
And the home opener is underway. The 1-0. And he blows that one by him at 100.
Instead of letting the hitter get his arms extended, tied him up a little bit, slightly up, slightly in.
Swing and a ground ball. Slings it across. One out in the top of the first. Let's take a look at the lineup for the Blue Jays. All right, Siggy, how about all the talent in this lineup?
Well, there's a lot of young talent in this lineup. I think as they gel together, gain some maturity over the course of the season, they could be playing October baseball.
Down the left fielder, Jesus Sanchez. On the ground, and that's just foul. Comes up empty.
It's a tough pitch, but in terms of the best pitch you're going to get to hit in the at-bat, that fastball was down enough where you're going to catch up to one. That's the one. When he elevates, guys aren't touching it.
And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes, and there's 2 down.
He's really good hitting the baseball the other way, so credit the pitcher for having him out in front of that pitch. Clearly he had him fooled.
Vladimir Guerrero Jr. at the plate. He plays with controlled chaos. And Singy, he's one of the best pure hitters in the game.
Yeah, we see him maturing as his career goes on as well, and he's swinging at better pitches now and producing smarter at-bats, really setting the tone for the rest of this lineup.
Ball 1.
That was absolute gas. Triple digits on the gun. It's just a different experience as a hitter watching that go by.
And there's a ball.
Ball 3.
In for a strike. Full count now. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. Time for the White Sox to go to work. No score. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. Back at right field. And the starter for Toronto, Dylan Cease. What's the scouting report on him?
Boog, this guy usually turns in a very good outing. His teammates really enjoy when he's on the mound. Everyone seems to be loose, which can help the offense be a bit more dangerous. So if you look at the opposing lineup, they're hoping he doesn't just settle in. They want to make this an uncomfortable start from the beginning.
Chase Mydrow steps to the plate for the White Sox.
Ball! That pitch is out.
The 1-0. And that is out of play. The 1-1. Breaking ball misses down and away. Just missed. Whacked out to center field. That's well struck. Way back there. It's got a chance. Bounces off the wall as he makes the grab.
Outstanding catch right there, and I love the commitment that he showed. He knew that the wall was close, but was determined to make that catch, and a nice calculation of just how much room he had to try to minimize that contact.
Munetaka Murakami in the box here. Lets that one go for a ball. Pitch misses there, and that's ball 2.
2-0 count, great hitter at the dish. If you're going to miss, you've got to miss outside the zone. You miss inside the strike zone, you'll be asking the umpire for a new baseball.
Ripped, but it curls foul. Two down. Swing and a miss. 98 miles per hour on the gun.
Batting third, the third baseman.
Time to check out the lineup for the White Sox. Singy, we're looking at a young lineup here. Not much experience, but they're going to bring a lot of energy to the field.
Yeah, and that's just it, Boog. We expect this lineup to play hard no matter what. They are an exciting group to watch.
Miguel Vargas digs in now. Two down, nobody on. Backed off the plate that time.
The only adjustment he needs to make is his target. If you aim at the outside corner, that slider's going to end up way off the plate. Perhaps look a little more down the middle, and you get it right where you want it.
In there at the knees for a strike.
That front door slider is such a devastating pitch. You don't want to get beat by the inside fastball, so you cheat a little bit, and then by the time it gets there, it's out of the swing plane.
That one missed. Payoff pitch. Stays alive. Makes the sliding stop over to first, and very nicely done for the out. We played an inning, no score. Here on the south side, and now to the plate, here's the Toronto DH, Addison Barger. Taylor making his first start of the year, and he was a second-round pick in 2023. The 1-0. There's the strike.
Well, it looks like he's wanting to work the upper part of the strike zone. What does that mean? Top hand better be working for the hitters. Adjust that side a little bit. Give yourself a chance to hit.
And there's a rocket into the outfield. Now he'll turn for second. And it's a leadoff double, the first hit of the game.
Batting fifth, the catcher, Alejandro.
We all saw his hit hard, but how hard was it, Singy? StatCast is here with the answer.
Yeah, Boog, it says the exit velo was 113 miles per hour, and it looked every bit of it, didn't it? I mean, just an impressive swing of the bat, and clearly he saw it out of the pitcher's hand no problem.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Alejandro Kirk will hit next. Man at second. And that one fouled off. No score here in the second. Swing and a miss and a slider. One-two now. This one smacked out to left center. Dives and it gets by. Runner around third. He will score and they take the lead.
Big swing of the bat right there to give him the lead. That was clutch. Nice line drive to the pull side. Met it out front, but just stayed through it nice enough and ripped it into the outfield.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Dalton Varsho getting ready to hit. Right through there for a strike. Runner at second, nobody out.
That's a ball.
Patrick Johnson behind the plate.
Patty Johnson is Sunbird, but I'd ask permission first before I called him that. Does a pretty good job back there. Occasionally we'll see a couple of sideways looks from players, but that kind of comes with the territory, right?
Ground ball right side and foul ball. Kirk at second with nobody out. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Here's a 1-2. And there's a ball. 3-2 now.
Good purpose pitch right there. Trying to tease him, get him to raise his sights, pop something up, and make it an easy out.
Battling here as he fouls it away. Eighth pitch of the at-bat coming up. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Tracks it down for the out. One down.
They trust him in center field because he's capable of making plays on the run, and we saw it right there. That's a player you want patrolling center field. Someone who can attack the ball off the bat.
Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. Grant Taylor departs, and he's responsible for the runner on second, so the book isn't closed on him yet. We'll be right back.
Now,
The White Sox going with a new arm, Brian Hudson.
And that's a big potential run out there at second as he comes in trying to keep the deficit where it is. For the infielders, they got to be thinking about keeping the ball from getting by them into the outfield any way they can.
So up next for Toronto, Miles Straw, taking his first at bat of the game after entering on defense. Edge of the zone for a strike. 0-1.
Well, in an 0-0 count, not every strike is a good strike for a hitter. I like the plate discipline there.
Fly ball down the line. Nobody can get there, and it's a foul ball. Runner at second here, one gone. Foul ball still 0-2. Fights it off. He'll see another. Swing and he popped it up. My drop. Should have this one. And there are two down.
batting in, the second baseman, Ernie Clement.
Here's the second baseman, Ernie Clement. Top of the zone for a called strike. Man on second, 2 down. On the ground to third. They limit the damage here. Sox get one on the RBI double. It's now 1-0. Back here on the south side, ready to go for the last half of the inning. Colson Montgomery steps to the plate for the White Sox.
Ball, that's out.
That one misses. Ball 2. Tap foul at the plate. The 2-1. Oh, great stop. Throw to first. Nicely done for the out.
Batting fifth, the right fielder, number 21, Austin.
And now it's Austin Hayes. First
Ball
pitch
1.
misses.
Yeah.
Up the middle, Jimenez fires over to
No,
first.
he's out.
Already 2 out here in the home half of inning number 2.
Batting sixth, the left fielder, number 23, Andrew
Benintendi up here. Check swing called strike. That's strike 1. In there for a strike at the top of the zone. Foul ball. It stays 0-2. Line to left. That's a fair ball, and it's getting into the corner. And the double puts the tying run in scoring position with 2 away.
Back against the wall with 2 strikes, but found a way. Now a pretty big at bat coming up with a chance to even this ball game up.
So up next for Chicago, Tristan Peters.
Hey.
Strike 2.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up, try to track the ball, block it if you have to, as far as just a late swing that maybe you're not sure about, but some way, somehow climb back into this at bat through the count.
2 outs and 1 in scoring position. In the dirt, blocked, and the runner holds. Out towards right center field. Springer on the move to the alley. And that ends the inning. We played 2 innings. It's 1-0. top half of the third inning. And now for the Jays, Andres Jimenez.
Ball one.
Tapped softly on the ground, and it goes just foul. The 1-1. Bunt attempt, but that goes foul. The 1-2. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Up next for the Blue Jays, the right fielder, number 4, George.
Here's George Springer. He's 0 for 1.
Hey!
And now the 0-1.
Hey!
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Up next for the Blue Jays, the left fielder,
Jesus Sanchez next up for the Blue Jays. Went down on strikes his first time through.
No, that's low.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Long run, tracks it down. And that'll do it. Blue Jays go down in order. They lead it 1-0. Back at right field. So up now for Chicago, Edgar Carroll.
Ball, that's
Toronto's bullpen with some action. Tommy Nance, the hard-throwing righty, is up and loosening. Rogers warming up as well. Looking to get the tying run on base. And that one almost hit him.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Late swing, foul to the left. 2-1 now. And a breaking ball drops in for a strike. The next offering misses. Full count now. Swing and a miss. That's a strikeout.
Such a challenge when a guy's got great velocity. He's throwing a slider over 90 miles per hour. You want to be ready to hit that fastball, but that late break just eats you up every time.
And the batter will be the shortstop, Luis Angel Acuna. Late swing fouled off. Fastball almost got him there. This one chopped on the ground, but foul. Outside low. It's 2-2. Blows the high heat past him. That's a strikeout.
Well, that high four-seam fastball has become such a staple as a strikeout pitch over the years. And what's so tough as a hitter is that you see it extremely well. The problem is the velocity and spin rate just happens to jump by you. You expand your zone, you don't stay tall on the backside, and you're really not even able to make contact. If you do, many times it's a pop-up.
Mydroth in the box now as he looks at ball one. Second plate appearance of the day for him. Two down, nobody on. Swing and a foul out of play. Strike two. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And he strikes out the side in the third. Jayssaison held in check here. Still behind by a count of 1-0.
How you started, but how you gon' end it? Hey, how you gon' finish? Gotta get to the business. They watching, they witnessing. Got a record, I break it like Guinness. Oh yeah, he's top of the league. Oh yeah, don't play with a kid. You know what the time is. Checking the wrist.
Welcome back, and now on the mound to start the fourth, Jordan Leisure.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Well, one-run game. Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. 0 for 1. He struck out swinging last time.
Oh, that's low.
That one ripped. And foul ball.
Flew open a little bit with that front shoulder, but was able to slow his back down just enough to make contact with that pitch. Keep the at-bat alive.
The 1-2. On the ground to the left. And it stays fair. Around first, heading for two. And he greets the new arm from the bullpen with a double.
I'm sure he feels really good about that one. Everyone's trying to elevate the ball in today's game, but if you can hit a ball that hard on the ground, it's going to find some holes.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Addison Barger next up for the Blue Jays. 1 for 1 with a double and a run scored. Fastball for a strike. No outs. Runner on second. Fought off foul. Just missing there. And the count 1-2.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Man at second. That one the other way. Fair ball. Vladdy coming around third. Runner from second crosses the plate. Now the tag at second, and he's out. Trying for 2. Here's the Toronto catcher, Alejandro Kirk. And that gets the top of the zone for a strike. That misses. 1 ball, 1 strike. Just missed.
First pitch strike from the pitcher, but then no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with the 3-1 count.
And he grounds one to the right side. My draw. Slings to first in time.
Up next for the Blue Jays, the third baseman, number 5, Dalton Varsho.
2 outs, base is empty. And now Dalton Varsho. Fly to center his first time. And that one hammered. And that's going to bang against the wall. The relay, and he's out. Bucked down, and that ends the inning. To the bottom of inning number 4 now. Blue Jays 2, and the White Sox nothing. Here on the south side, bottom 4, Munetaka Murakami steps to the plate for the White Sox. Swing and a ball lifted left field. One up, one down.
Up next for the White Sox, the third baseman, Miguel.
Here's the third baseman, Miguel Vargas. In the air, left field. 2 away.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming open instead of staying closed. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
Montgomery in the box now. No balls and a strike.
So important to get ahead of these hitters. You don't want to issue a free pass and allow that tying run to come to the plate. Always want to keep that other team in a position where if they're going to beat you, they're going to have to do it with multiple hits.
Drilled in the air out towards right center. Straw on his way over. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. That is the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors. We've played 4. Blue Jays 2 and the White Sox nothing. Back here on the south side. And now for the Jays, Miles Straw.
Too high. Ball.
The 1-0.
Ball, that's out.
And a swing and a miss. Swing and a bouncer. Acuna. Now the throw to first on the run.
He's good.
But he beats it out. And the leadoff man is on with an infield single.
Did a nice job getting there. Good throw, but very difficult to get anybody on that one as far as you had to go and throw. You know?
Yeah, no question. So a man at first. Now it's the second baseman, Ernie Clement. 0 for 1 so far. Next offering, pop foul off to the right out of play. Here comes the 0-1.
Off the plate, ball 1.
Straw gets his lead at first, nobody out. Check swing, and he went 1-2. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. One, two now. Swing and a miss. The velocity blasted it right past him.
Came inside with that two-strike fastball nicely and just bunched him up on the inside part of the plate. Couldn't get around on it and catch it out front. Many times if you do, it's a foul ball. And you know, a lot of pitchers, they really don't like working inside with two strikes because they do not want to hit that batter. And when they've got him up against the ropes, got to figure out a way to put him away. Did a nice job right there.
Jimenez, batting with one down, takes a strike. Quick toss to first, and he dives back in safely. Man at first, one away. And that misses. And now it's even 1-1. Next offering is fouled back. And a ball and 2 strikes. Good job to fight that one off. Good eye right there. And they'll do it again. Two now. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Here's a 2-2. Now there's a bullet down the line. And that's a fair ball. Coming home. He will score, and they take a 3-run lead.
Big at bat to pad their lead up to 3. Loud contact leads to the double. I mean, you could tell it had extra bases written all over it as it jumped off of his stick.
Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. Jordan Leisure will depart. It's a 3-run game, and we'll be back to tell you about the new arm in a minute.
Now,
Jordan Hicks gets the call from the pen.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
One out, runner at second. George Springer next up for the Blue Jays.
Ball.
Man at second. And he hits a ground ball right side. Murakami steps on the bag, 2 gone.
Up next for the Blue Jays, the left fielder,
Jesus Sanchez now at the plate.
And this is a big opportunity for him to pick up his teammate right here. This is a batter who loves to produce late in ball games. He doesn't shy away from the big moment.
Here's a 1-2. Gets a piece and stays alive. Runner at third, 2 away. Swing and a miss. That ends the inning, and they limit the damage. Sox get 1 on the RBI double. It's now 3-0.
can't stop me. It's in the way that I walk. All in the
Back
way
at right field. Last chance for the home team. Austin Hayes getting ready to hit. And a strike in there.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
That misses, and the count is 1-1. Almost got him.
Expect for that guy to come right at you with a fastball, something in the zone, because he does not want to allow the leadoff walk.
The 3-1. That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
Up next for the White Sox, the left fielder, number 23.
Here comes the manager out of the Blue Jays dugout, and he will make a move to the pen. Dylan Cease won't go any further, and a nice effort out of him, no doubt. New arm coming on. We'll be back for that in a moment.
Now pitching for
Jeff Hoffman comes on trying to close it out. He comes in with a chance for his second save of the season. Man at first, nobody out. Andrew Benintendi steps up, doubled his first time.
Well, the leadoff man gets on. You want to minimize the threat by playing sound defense. Hopefully the pitcher can get a ball on the ground and they can roll him up for 2.
Hoffman, in his 8th season, he features a 4-seam fastball, a slider, a splitter, and he works in a sinker. Set down on strikes. Throws him with the heater at the knees.
Well, I think that's a case of overthinking right there. He got 3 straight fastballs looking in the 0-2 count just to pour it back.
1 out man at first. And here is Tristan Peters. Check swing, but he went too far. That's strike 1. Ground ball right side. It squirts through. They get it in quickly. So first and second now 1 out.
Just one of those seeing eye base hits through the infield. He just kind of rolled over on it a little bit, but sometimes those can find a hole and get you a knock. Really important at bat coming up now.
Edgar Caro steps to the plate for the White Sox. He was a strikeout victim his first time. And that's off the inside edge. And it's 1-0.
The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot.
Tying run at the plate. And that's fouled off. Strike 2. Struck him out. White Sox down to their final out.
Well, we see it a lot more these days than we ever did when I played, but a slider in the 90s still catches your attention. Even if you're sitting on the pitch, good luck recognizing that tight spin and adjusting to the late break.
So they're down to their final out. Luis Angel Acuna digs in now. And that clears the inside corner. They're down to their final strike.
Well, this is a higher leverage spot, and I love the way that he's turned things around. He's got 2 outs now ahead in this count, and he can pretty much dictate what's going to happen next in terms of the pitch sequence.
Got him, and that's the ball game.
Sometimes road trips can be tough. You're away from your family, but when you can win, silence that opposing crowd, it makes things just a little bit better. It makes the road trip just a little bit shorter.
The shutout in this one, 3-0 our final score. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. We'll see you soon.
Ice cream, taking off your blue jeans, dancing.